¿Cómo? No. Sería ahora, tendrías que conectarte, ver en YouTube, pones Lucid Dreams Visuals y te va a aparecer. 1, 2, 3, probando. Hola, hola. 1, 2, 3. Probando audio. Ahí, en un ratito va a empezar a salir el audio porque está bien. Lo que sí no sé si está saliendo para ellos. Si solo es para nosotros o es para ellos. Así que ahora voy a ver de desconectar de acá. Sí, ya, eso vi. Me capturó, me parece, el micrófono y no me está saliendo por el HTC. Bueno, eso debe ser. Sí, es poquito. Hola, hola. 1, 2, 3, probando. Hello. Ayo. Hello. 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 Sí. Para poner la cámara. Si querés ponerla acá, pegala con cinta, pero queda medio feo. Sí. No, tranqui, ya está todo. Sí. No. Tengo que crear una nueva sesión.
Hello.
Hello.
Who do I hear there?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yay.
Oh yeah. Yes, I can hear it.
Hi, Ariel. How are you?
Yes. I'm fine, Jeremy.
Eh, eh,
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Judith. I
yeah.
can hear you laugh now.
So, who is recording the session?
Oh, we are recording this session, huh? Ishak. Are we recording, huh? Okay, we are starting now.
Jeremy,
Oh, I can hear myself.
or is this?
Some,
I think the cube is fixed, right? I think like I can't really zoom in or out. Or but how do I zoom in and out?
Oh, I think you zoom. So you you feel this button on the side.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you push both of them.
Both. Where is the other?
okay.
Yes, right there.
Okay.
Push both at the same time.
Yeah.
Jeremy is there
Okay.
with.
Thanks.
Are you there with Judith?
Yeah. So Jeremy's here. Both Jeremys are here with me.
Oh, yeah, with two Jeremys. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's good.
should we start to draw, or
Yes,
should we
please.
wait for Pierre?
Maybe we should wait for. Should we? Let me
I
ask
think
Judith.
we should
Judith.
start because we are kind of already
Okay,
a
let's
bit
start.
late, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start.
And so then I was proposing to create the community house today.
Okay.
And so we should start with the base
Okay.
and think about like how do we create a community house that we have been kind of working on, like how do we connect with each other and how do we make a space where we can meet in VR. And
Okay.
so I would suggest that we decide who wants to work on which side. That could be like navigating by directions, or we can just decide like approximately like, okay, this is my side and that's yours. And we can think about what shape we want to use as a base. And so first I would suggest or like invite you to make a bottom of this cultural or community house. What
Okay.
shape do you want to use? Like, do you want to use something convex or concave that you can hide in? Or is it like, what would be a very safe space for you? So first question, where do you want to place yourself? As if it's the three of us.
Okay.
Muchachos, ¿tienen una manera después de bajar un poco las luces o algo así para que se vea mejor en la pantalla?
So,
Se me dio la mano. Dale, gracias.
Okay.
all right. So, who would like to choose? Or like, okay, I choose and I will be here. This can be my side.
Okay. I'm gonna choose this side.
Which
like
one?
sort of. Oh, sorry.
And
Hold
so
on.
now we are only working on the bottom to like make the blueprint of the community house. So this should be a pattern or a shape that's on the bottom. Yeah. Okay.
Just checking on making like it.
Does Ariel hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna be over in that corner.
Okay, I want that. The green.
Okay.
What's on my side?
And so now we are all working on the bottom to create a shape which is the blueprint of this community house. And I'm thinking like, what shape would you like to use? Or what colors?
The house. Maybe I'm gonna work with shades of. So you're thinking of us building. So you're thinking of us building from the bottom up?
Yeah, so now we are all working on the bottom. Let's make the bottom of the cube into like make one pattern that is the base of the building, and then we can build the rest on top of that. So let's say that we have like 5 minutes to start with this.
Okay.
And did you get the chance to read this summary I wrote about the different concepts I would be happy to think about together?
Honestly, I was on the road all through.
So because then I can just also maybe say these things that in the first hour we are going to this is the time when we can talk to each other, and probably like soon when the audience arrives, then it's less of a conversation, but maybe more like an outside conversation that is a background noise that we can also incorporate in our drawing. And so for the bottom, I would like to ask you to think about what pattern do you bring in this space from your cultural background. And we have to make something that is, like a blueprint of a house. And maybe also, meanwhile, I wanted to share this thing from my background. That in Hungary, there used to be this corn husking would be. So I only see one of you drawing, actually. Are you both?
Is that what?
Are you both drawing? Because I only see one person's drawing. I see a grayish rainbow and the green.
Yeah, so mine is the one beside that.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you.
I'm trying to connect.
Mm-hmm.
Bien. Sí.
Sure.
So I wanted to share that in Hungary, we used to we had this one of these tradition, or not tradition, but
Hello.
hello. Is it Pierre?
Yes.
Hi, Pierre.
So nice to see you.
Nice to
Hello.
see you. It was really, really tough to come all the way from here with Windows updates. Are we live already?
Yeah, we're not yet live. I think so.
Is it only us, or is it also right now open to the public?
I think
for now it's just us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Did
so
I miss anything?
that's okay. I invited everyone to start to make the base pattern for the community house, and I started to talk about how in Hungary there was this. Okay, first I invited everyone to choose one side. So now maybe we can incorporate Pierre, like to give him some space.
Okay.
Yes. Which room are you in?
Yeah. Fair. Even the audio. The sound.
And to like start with like creating a blueprint that represents your cultural background in a community house. That is going to be our meeting space, or like a representation of our meeting. Jeremy, why can I not make this smaller? Like somehow, like
It won't go smaller.
the brush doesn't go. It's
The brush. Okay, so you see on the menu. So you make the brush bigger and smaller.
yeah. Here,
Just brushing.
I'm left-handed.
Yeah, so you can.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Without clicking.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just clicking. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, hi, this is Jeremy. Yeah, can
So, and then I wanted to share this Hungarian tradition
Yeah.
of corn husking that used to be this collective labor that meanwhile people would actually have the conversations and come together, like, I don't know, once a week or whatnot. And then everyone shares the gossips and everyone shares whatever important thing is. And this is like kind of the social event. Meanwhile, husking the corn that has to be done. And since we use the corn as our universal ingredient, I was thinking that this can also be incorporated in this session today of some sort. And the community house would be the space where or the space for our meetings. And as the base, we should think about like what patterns do we carry. And if we all agree that the base is done,
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like I lost everything.
who is working on this on the gray side?
No, I was just logged out. I can't say anything.
Okay.
I think it's loading. Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello. Can I walk
Hello.
on one corner? Can I?
Yeah, please. That would be great if you chose like a spot.
Can you
are
the
also
thing?
yeah, I think you can erase, and also like at least you are welcome to erase my stuff.
Okay. As first stuff,
Hello?
are you the yellow stuff?
Oh, is that what? Yeah. I just saw that I was out. I don't know what happened. Hello, Judith.
Yes.
Did you clear the screen? Because I just saw that I was out and I had to log in again.
What is that?
I just found myself out of the room. Then I had to get in back. But I can't see anything.
Okay, I didn't do anything with the room, and also I'm not the host, so I'm not sure.
Oh, Ariel is the host.
Yes.
But can you see anything?
What do you need?
I can't see anything at all.
Sorry?
I can't see anything at all. Okay. Just seeing some white stuff. It's strange. Maybe it's my internet.
Yeah, it's the updates. I mean, it's really,
You think it's the internet?
yeah. Most probably.
Oh, shit. Why is the internet slow? It's very strange. Oh, it's like a blank screen. Yeah.
Okay, so how long do we have? Actually,
I try that internet.
how long do we have to prepare and play around?
I think we have
How
about
long
30
do we-
minutes.
Yeah, so I was thinking that like whenever you feel like to be done with the bass, then also I will switch with Jeremy Mende supposedly every half an hour. But basically after the bass, I would like to invite you to think about
For the internet.
3 memories where you felt the most free in your life from teenagehood to today.
Free memory of what?
Like when you felt the most like free. And
Free. Okay.
yeah, free. Like
Okay.
like you just feel this like fully masterful in a situation, or just something that like really
Okay. I have. Yeah. And how long do we need to like intervene? Like how many How many minutes you want the story to?
We're supposed to work for 2 hours, right? And so after the base, I would like to ask if you could think about what room are you, and then make a room in the space. And then that's also like for the side of the space.
Mm.
And in this is what I would like to ask, if you can think
Of
about
join the
like
room.
three memories that.
I see.
So this room should be built of a memory. Okay, now I see the gray.
Mm.
And then what kind of symbol could you make of that
Hello?
memory? Also, if you feel like to share, I would be very
I can't hear
interested
anyone's
to like
sound.
hear your story,
Sure.
or like one of the
I can't hear the sound.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have two stories then.
And then after this, like the end of the session would be to create the
Hello,
roof,
guys.
but that's maybe
I can't
less
hear
of a
anything.
conversation of us, but more like listening to the background
Podcast.
sounds and think about what was the most elevating thing in our session so
It's
far,
like I'm
and
not
then
there.
create the roof together that way.
You like? Okay, do this.
So if you think about a community house, what kind of place would you like to have? What would you like to do with, and what kind of community you have?
Okay. Can you see the water animals I'm doing?
Yes, but it's very small, right? It's just like in
I can't hear
one
anything.
corner.
Hello?
Yeah, it's very small.
I can't hear anything.
Let me change this table. Ayo. Are you speaking to
Settings.
us or are you speaking to other people?
Why is my headphone? Did you remove? No. The headset. The mic. No.
This is Ayo's trademark.
It went
He's
off.
always talking to someone else.
Oh shit. Fuck. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can hear them. But I can't see anything.
We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you now. I have some problem with the internet.
Okay.
But I can't see all the drawings anymore. It's crazy.
Ok. Sí,
So this intricate
esta
green
es la parte
details is
de la
area,
práctica,
right?
así que como más de experimento.
No. Because I'm in the room now.
Sí, tendría que por ahí preguntar en el grupo, porque yo estoy con el coso.
Oh,
Sí,
come on.
sí, puedo parar un segundo y les cuento un poco.
Oh
Avísame
yeah,
vos
I'm seeing
cuándo.
it now. Yes. Oh shit. Can you see now? It's our internet. It took time to load.
Oh,
I'm seeing it
fine.
now. Yes. I'm in now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. I've missed so much. Is Pierre? Yeah. Oh, okay. I've seen it.
So I have not heard from the other Jeremy.
The other Jeremy is here with me, and he is going to take over probably very soon. And then he continues to lead the session, but also leading the session is something that we are happy if you also actively participate, right? So if you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to add. So do you let me know if you feel that like maybe the base is ready, and we can move on to like think about what room we are, and then everyone can like start working on a room. that you can choose. And it doesn't have to be literally a room, but I would like you to build a safe space that is built of one of your memory when you felt the freest, happiest, highest, but not in your life. And you are welcome to share like what it is and what are the symbols that you use. So maybe can we agree to like start working on that now? Or would you still like to work on the base?
I'm almost done with the base. It's a base.
Base, okay.
I'm actually going up now.
Yeah, I'm done with the base. I mean, the basic structure. That's my understanding.
Is Jeremy here? Hi. Okay. It's fine. Thank you. No, I'm good. Just maybe when he returns, then maybe you could let me know. Hi. Please come in.
Sí.
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing, but I can't see anything. I have to wait for it to load.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you also following the suggestion of Jeremy, which is to connect computer to the cable?
Actually, can you see what I'm saying?
Cable?
I can't see it. It's disappeared again.
Oh yeah. Here. Would you like to?
Calculation, so just stay in there.
Yes. Okay. Let me know whenever you are ready. Hi. I think that Jeremy can.
Bueno, estoy haciendo, ¿cómo que se llama? No me acuerdo. El firulete del tango. Fileteado, eso. Bueno, eso es lo que estoy haciendo. Fileteado futurista.
So does anyone would like to share this story that you would like to build your room from? Like what room are you?
Yeah, I can share.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I have two stories right now. Maybe a third one will come, and so I'll make it. I make a summary of it. Yeah. The first
Please.
story is so I mean I was 5 6 years old, but it continued actually further. But my brother had a hard time to fall asleep, and my mother would every night would come and make him sleep, and and also she was teaching him some basic meditation technique, and but so I was just there listening. I was not She didn't ask me to do it, but I just kind of created my own style of contemplating and meditating, and it was basically to directly and stare at a naked bulb for a very long time.
A naked bird or what?
Bulb, yeah, like this, yeah, like incandescent tungsten bulb, where you see the wire inside.
Okay.
And the hot and I was like looking at it for a really long time.
Oh, finally, fuck.
And then I will close my eyes, and then I will still see the
Oh, you see, I can't
intensity
see
of
it.
the bulb, inside my eyes lids.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, you
Eyelids.
close your eyes, yeah, and actually you can do it anytime. So if you close your eyes and look at the source of light, the sun, any light, you will still see, basic, I mean, spot of light. So I was, and then I will see. I was tripping on it, and I was seeing all kind of patterns of light. I was like seeing stuff. Like I was like basically like, getting out of my body.
Wow.
I've been having issues with the internet. I've been switching from the Facebook guest to the NGO.
And
Yeah,
the
'cause
second time,
one
quickly,
was like
like
one bar.
I was 7 years old, and it was my second time I tried VR. It was in '93, and it was a art exhibition, and the experience was about being a butterfly, and there was hand tracking. It was a 6 DOF experience, and it was quite a big area. It was actually, I think, 6 by 7 meters. It was really large, and then you were like a butterfly in an empty 3D land, and you didn't have a body, you didn't have feet, you just had the wings, and that was beautiful. That was really great. It was like free again, like all of the body experience.
I did not get the whole of the butterfly story, I have to say.
Okay. So
So-
the butterfly story was the second time I tried virtual reality.
Which is
And it
90
was
something.
93. I was 7 years old, 1993, and I tried. It was my second time, and I was a butterfly. It was an art experience, and it was really a large area, like 6 by 7 meters.
Okay. Wow.
And yeah, and I didn't have a feet, I didn't have a body, but I was a butterfly with just wings. So it was a very free experience to fly.
Okay, I'm back now. I can't see anything.
There you go.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now. The internet has been bad. I've been. Yeah, but then I can't see what you're doing. They updated the stuff.
Okay. So you can maybe optimize and basically do if you go to menu and options, go on options and go to, for example, there are 2 options you can do. Graphics, for example.
Okay.
And then, if you come to graphics, then there's the first thing called anti-aliasing.
Yeah.
and put it at, I think it should be at 4 by default, and put it at
Yeah, it's on
minimum
4.
at 1 or 0.
At 1, huh? Okay. I put it on
And
1.
then apply.
Okay.
So essentially, it's reducing the definition, the quality of the graphics, so it helps for a low internet connection. And the second trick is to go to space.
Space, okay.
And space, then you can select the middle space, which is white on the sky and gray with some lines.
Yeah.
And instead of the rule, basically. And that helps to make it easier.
Yeah, I'm finding out to. Okay. I'm not seeing what you guys are doing.
You want to switch? Okay, tell me what you guys are working on.
We started sharing stories very maybe I start to work on the rooms.
Okay.
Maybe we can tell them both start with the rooms because I think Pierre is sort of a space.
Okay.
So we kind of finish the base and then we should Pierre share the story from his how he is masterful and maybe you can ask Ariel and Ariel and Lisa and then we can make the rooms.
Okay, so this is the sort of the childhood memory of rooms in a house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like very creative. Like it doesn't have to be chat.
Okay.
How do you create a room where you feel like the masterful and the most free in the life?
Okay. All right. Cool. Hey guys, this is Jeremy M. How's everyone doing?
Excellent. How are you?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to meet you guys in virtual reality.
Yeah. Good.
So Judith was telling me that people are working on rooms that are related to kind of childhood memories. Is that where people are at?
We finished the base. And yeah, I mean,
I can hear them, but I can't see what's happening.
Shall I start doing the memory?
We've done so much with the base and everything. Yeah. Huh? No, I can't even do anything because there's even echo. It's crazy. Man.
I mean, if you are ready to, I can start doing my memory.
Yeah, go for it.
I can't do anything. Maybe we should restart.
Yeah, just restart AO. Just restart.
Okay, we'll start. Okay, because I can hear them.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I want to share my sculpt. I want to say to you.
Yeah.
This is my memory, and I remember in Buenos Aires.
Okay, I can see it now. Yes, okay. I'm back now. Oh shit! Thank God.
In Argentina, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yellow thing is like a traditional drawing from Argentina. This is fileteado, the name.
Okay.
Okay.
This technique for painting was used in instruments or transportation, on shops. Everything was painting with fileteado.
It's very like Rococo style, Italian Rococo.
The painting of fileteado was created in time with the music tango.
Okay.
It's a traditional for that. And my fileteado is not the same, but it's future fileteado with neon colors.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember that style of drawing on every corner, but today is not used anymore.
No.
What do you think is responsible? Oh, sorry, I'm talking to them.
Is someone else going to share a memory from from their childhood that refers to home?
For me, it's always been about not a specific space, but different spaces.
And say a little bit more, like what is the quality of those spaces?
So it's mostly like in school. So you spend more time in school. School as hostels that you live. So it's more about your colleagues in school most of the time, because you spend like about 9 to 10 months of the year in the dormitories in school.
In dormitories.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, so it's like, yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so it's like, so in that sense, home like becomes more of your friends in school. Uh, your bunkmates and stuff.
So your friends are kind of your family at that age.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I have another one also. Another story. We're home. Should I start? Hello?
Sí, aprovecho de ya dejé la cámara fija.
And I think the plan is that we're kind of working our way down maybe.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I see you guys have this base kind of.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the stuff already. Like, I just have the basic stuff and waiting to fully go for it.
Seguro estuvieron viendo los chicos están en cada.
Do you know the time frame? How much time do we have now until people come?
On this end, we've definitely got people kind of arriving.
Okay.
And I can hear the kind of sort of noise of the gallery behind me.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like food is being served. How are you guys doing in Lagos?
In Lagos, people are in the room. There's no food now. Yeah. So Jeremy says that food is being served.
Yeah, I can smell it. It's kind of interesting that I'm trying to think about this idea of laying a foundation, and I can I can hear the sort of sounds of people talking, and I can smell the quality of food being cooked. But at the same time, well, yeah, because I'm in VR, but around me is this kind of sense of activity.
Who has done the cubes?
Say that again?
Who has created the gray cubes?
That's me.
On the corner. Is that okay if I remove some?
Yeah, do whatever you need to do.
I see. Okay, you're trying to remove the ones in the inside the space.
Yeah, with the cube. Well, does each of us have a one corner? Like this?
Are these in your guys' way, this corner?
Well, there's been not so much, to be honest.
Aya, what's happening in Lagos right now with in the studio?
In studio, this guest in studio. Jeremy's asking for what's happening in studio. Yeah, in Lagos. Yeah. No, I don't think you can see. You just probably asking. Okay. So we're having some chats and Jeremy K.
Yeah, right now Jeremy K is making kind of an introductory statement
On
to the audience.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think Judith is doing similar stuff as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to introduce something here.
So the housewarming party is a collaboration that's been evolving. Wow. It's a attempt to connect through virtual and virtual means. Four artists on four different continents together using a software. So does anyone here not know I'll just assume no one. So this is a APC Vive headset. You can see in 3 dimensions what we are seeing. And later on, it has this headset here that's connected to a computer, and there's also these two cameras that kind of like tracking. So they're the same setup. We're also
Ishak, Ishak, Ishak. Can you, I think the headphone went off. Ishak, sorry. Yeah, it's fine.
This is power of it. Hashtag and so search for the hashtag because that's how we
Oops, shit. I'm doing mirror. Are you seeing two different yellow things? Or not?
Yellows?
Yeah, like how many yellow like broken circles are you seeing?
I'm saying, trying to figure out the yellow. About 2, I think.
Shit, I think I made a mistake of.
Wait, is it 2? Wait, hold on. Oh, it's 2 actually. It's nice.
Are you sure? Because it's actually. Sorry,
The
guys.
2.
I put the mirror thing options on this, and
Oh, really? But I think it's nice.
Yeah.
Actually, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, really.
The ones from the yellow, like from top flowing down.
Yeah, and this white
Hey.
structure.
Yeah, and then there's a white stuff. You don't mind if I smash into the white structure a little?
Of course, but not
No, do what you got to do.
Yeah, good.
No.
Actually, do it on one, and I on the one
okay.
which is you see the word house and sail.
Yeah. That's sacred.
So,
I see that.
The sail. So the one which is inside the sail, do it. That one.
Okay. The one you were protecting, right? No, I shouldn't do that. That's the one you're protecting.
Wait, no. I'll do the other one. I'll do where it's
then.
written this and notes. Then you can do the other side where house and sail is.
Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Hey, does anyone mind if I modify this pattern up here?
Which one?
Which one?
This is the squares with the orange lines. I just want to add to this.
That's cherry. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I need to splash something.
Go for it. Yeah, please do.
So let's see. What do I know about Jeremy?
Oh.
And so Jeremy Mende is it touches at CCA, has its own firm that is projects with all different kinds of organizations from not-for-profit, and he is named and mind sharing about the house.
Yeah, go for it.
It's also in the process of trying to buy a house.
I'm sure which is more difficult.
This is more difficult. software that you use on the one sets. So what we're saying,
controles
anyone have any
que, bueno, tienen sensores y esto permite que libremente pueda trabajar.
I'm going to
Es casi como trabajar con las manos, muy parecido. Sí, bastante tiempo por ejemplo, ahora con pinturas abstractas, pinturas más figurativas.
use cyberspace. So we're all kind of like sort of trying to expand on here is this kind of like concept so I'd be curious, like, has anyone in the last so
Can I share a story?
Yes, please.
Please do.
No, okay.
Is that Pierre?
Yes, it's Pierre.
Okay, yeah, okay. Bonjour.
So it's bonjour. So it's not there's a happy ending, but I'm trying to say, I mean, if you talk about the feeling of home, and it also evokes me the opposite, you know, like basically what happened is once I was trapped outside my home.
Oh, okay.
And I was 9 years old, and I was at a friend's place, friends of my parents as well, and they didn't coordinate well with my parents, my mother, and they dropped me. It was already night, and they dropped me too early, and by that time, my mother, my brother, they already went to the cinema.
Oh.
And we were talking about fall, winter, like it was cold, and they dropped me, and then they didn't know that my parents were not home, and my mother just left a note saying that we are back in 2 or 3 hours, and I was alone waiting outside for
In the
this
cold.
amount of time. Yeah. And I was frightened because I didn't know exactly like how long, because I didn't know when they left. You know, they just say we're coming back in 3 hours, and they didn't write the time they left. And I know we're talking about 90s, no cell phones. I didn't know the neighbors, and I was I was trying to get in the house,
Oh.
and you know, and there's no way, and I tried the windows, everything was shut, and it was scary. And finally, when my mother, my parents came home, they didn't really realize, what I went through. They didn't say, "Oh, you're here." They didn't really understand, the emotion, the fear of being lost. You are imagining that you're never going to be inside home again. Like I was feeling very abandoned, very lost and very abandoned. So when finally they opened the door, I was so happy to be inside. And I realized, how important it is, and how I realized, when you're stuck outside your home and you don't have a key. I was too young to have a key, and the joy of having a door open, it's a great feeling. So the home was really a door. It was just about the door open and the door unlocked. You're here clapping,
I think so. Hey,
applauding myself.
Pierre, Pierre, how are you representing that in your drawing right now?
Into the notion of half open, half closed space, and the contrast of that, and also the conflict of also these sharp, undefined forms, the shell outside, the white shell, and the coziness of the rounded surfaces inside. So it's in progress, but that's what I'm getting at. The contrast of the inside, something cozy, outside, something threatening a bit.
Is anyone seeing the drawing kind of moving right now?
Oh, I moved the screen. I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe is that me? Nah, I don't think so.
Moving.
Moving in what sense?
Literally moving.
Is it metaphorically moving?
So, Jeremy Mendy, could you talk a little bit about what you're expecting for our audience at the moment?
Yeah, I can. I'm just sort of experiencing a little bit of a technical difficulty where the drawing has kind of faded. There you go.
The
Thanks.
internet.
Thank you.
Guys,
Hey,
you
Judith,
want
do you want to switch?
to clean the room
Okay.
and start again?
No, don't clean the room. No.
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 No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Only dual team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wait,
Hello,
some of you are cleaning the
everyone.
room.
Hello.
Hello, Judith.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. I'm so used to Judith's voice now.
I'm back.
Yeah.
And so I maybe for this last finishing session, I would suggest to think about the roof of the space, and the roof could be built of the best experiences that we had in the past 4 months. Like what was the best, highest peak or idea that you shared with others in this space?
Like, are we closing in? That's the last 20 minutes? Is it the last 20 minutes? Are we closing in? Is it the last 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah. So maybe now it's time to start working on the roof of our community house.
Yeah.
But Jeremy is talking in the background, and I don't want to interfere with that.
Yeah.
I'm playing around with some patterns on the roof.
So that tension, I guess, is sort of what makes this right. So that's you're getting to know yeah. I mean, it's an, I think one of the struggles is always sort of like you have to be willing to give up a lot. I mean, how many of you guys out here are artists? Like a lot of people, right? The only people who show up, at a small gallery. general struggle with, but especially artists struggle. And here it's like we really have.
Okay, so I did some covering on
Mm-hmm.
a little part of the roof, more like footprints, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
but just a small section. So I've left it open.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Because you would like to leave it open. That's a very nice idea.
Yeah. Sometimes so that maybe the spaces becomes where some form of passage.
Jeremy, so we got two Jeremys here, Jeremy K and Jeremy M. Jeremy K, how does do as sort of a curator?
Yeah, I think one of
So someone is making like a blue.
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
You're connecting with those.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about some of our conversations.
That's Pierre, right?
No.
Oh, I saw something like a ghost there.
Yeah. But water is coming.
Oh, okay. Well, this.
I would be happy if Pierre was talking more about the ghosting ideas.
Yeah.
Well, there was a dramatic turn recently, 2 days ago. Long story.
Maybe we could like make the ceiling from like drawing each other of some sort.
Yeah, the position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just finishing the roof.
It's actually funny doing the drawings for the roof on top of the building.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe we can like draw on top of what the other one was working on.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Yeah.
go over that. Like choose like someone else's session and then like kind of when you are signing something, but you are signing it for the other person.
Yeah.
And you can make their signature based on what you learned about them.
Yes, I'm just finishing.
Yeah, and I don't know, this is sort of like that photo space where there is a little more simultaneously.
And so, like, taking this space as where there's some amount of separation, Judith, so your attention, and there's also these other events that feel some connection to.
I'm smelling the food in Lagos now.
Okay, water, here I come. You're going to be my victim.
It's touchable for me. It's not good to be on.
¿Alguien quiere pasar y ver desde adentro?
Sano? ¿Cómo estás?
Sí.
And maybe a more kind of phase
Estoy.
version of this event is
Okay.
our screen where we can see
Ujú.
these events elsewhere. The other thing you guys can't see looking at the screen is there's a representation of the other
Sí,
artists
la
in
escultura.
those space. And
¿Y cómo entro
so
ahora?
when you're working in there,
Ah, ok.
you can see someone
Okay.
right, you can see someone
Wow.
there. That's someone else, another artist. You know, so when you're in there, you can see what they're doing.
You can go in their head,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, it would be great actually to have the visitors trying the headset and experience this and reporting on the experience. No?
Yeah, sure. So now the audience is gonna create a question for the other artists, and I can translate that too.
Ah.
Oh. Ay, no. Para vos decime si estoy bien. Oh. Fuck. Para esto se ve.
So if you ask me why I'm using the water a lot, because it's also representing for me the idea that it's a reminder of the abstractness of this virtual space.
Para, tengo miedo de caerme.
But it's
Fluidity?
Wow.
yeah, and it's half there, half not there, the presence and the absence. I mean, we can fool ourselves with many things.
Ay, no, se ve re bien.
Inside of the headset, and later when at the end of the event we can put it on, we'll see what they're making.
Libro y
But for today, actually, the goal is
I think I should leave this screen to be.
maybe as we're going, we can also.
I think Jeremy is giving some speech there. They quite have like a number of people there. Because Jeremy, the two Jeremys and Judith are together.
Yeah,
So
I'm together with the two Jeremys, and I think that now our audience is forming a question for you all, but I don't really hear it yet.
Even me, I can't hear as well.
So whenever they figure that, I will just translate that to you.
Okay. Oh, it's in Spanish.
No, I think it's in English.
Okay. Maybe it's my imagination.
Yeah, your Spanish imagination.
Ah, bueno. No, pero están esculpiendo, no. Para venir, Franco, y mirá.
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. And
Should,
I think we could also, if other people have ideas on comments. Yeah. Why don't we take the artist
Ahí.
and
why don't we ask that?
yeah, if you have a question, I'm very happy to translate it too.
It's about
Okay.
The question is about access.
It's about access to technology, and maybe we can connect it to
¿Cómo se ve?
if we're building
Está bueno.
cyberspace.
So
The idea of access or race or
Ahora se ve.
So could you like say it slow and then I just repeat what you say?
Yeah.
Thanks.
The
So Oakland is asking the other artist, what is
if we're building homes in cyberspace,
if we are building homes in cyberspace,
how is that affected
how is that
Really?
affected
I know.
by different access
by different access
that people have to technology
that people have to technology
because of location or income?
because of location or income or race? And I will tell, like, if you would like to answer this question, I can tell it to our audience.
Oh, that's a very interesting one.
Io says it's a very interesting question.
It's in the sense that there's this grand the internet becomes this sort of utopia where there are no barriers and you can do anything. We're
So
all connected.
should I say what they are saying? So Io has been talking about like how the internet becomes this utopia where all the boundaries are seem so free, or like there are no boundaries and everyone can have the access. What else did you say, Io?
Yeah, but then it's also not true because
But it's
a
also
lot
not
of
true, of course,
there's a lot of restrictions.
because
Depends
there are a lot of
on
restrictions.
and then I think one of the sessions we talked about how the IP address becomes your house in a way
Like
in that
how
sense.
your IP address becomes your house in some sort.
And it determines what you can do, what you can't do.
It determines what you can and what you cannot do.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
That's okay. How about Ariel and Pierre?
I can reply. Well, we always oppose virtual space and reality.
So Pierre says that how we always oppose virtual space and reality.
If
There
anybody
is
has questions for
always
anyone, yeah.
an assumption of
Wow.
a dualism between
Wow.
More
inside and
time,
outside.
please.
There's a there's
Mm.
an assumption
There's
assumption
an assumption
of
That what?
dualism, of duality between
dualism and
inside
duality
and outside.
between inside and outside.
What remains constant is the
And what remains
center of the
constant
experience,
is the center of the experience,
which is our mind.
which is our mind.
Our mind, 8 hours a day, so at night, the mind dreams and the mind believes it's somewhere else.
And so the mind, one more time, please, in the
So the
can't
mind
please repeat
is,
this?
for 8 hours
For
a
eight
night,
hours at
the
night,
mind is outside the body.
the mind is outside the body.
The mind dreams
The mind dreams
in a virtual space outside the body,
in a virtual space outside of the body.
and the technology exists to expand or to externalize what we
And the
already
tech
live inside our mind.
and the technology extends or like allows us to create another platform for what we experience in that phase. Is this
The
correct?
technology just externalize, like technology,
Externalize
yeah, what we are already capable inside.
what we are already capable inside.
Like, for example, a telephone. We are capable to talking to someone,
Do you
but
have,
the
do you have,
Like
technology of a
do you guys have any
telephone
questions for the artist?
help us to amplify our communication.
so, how for example, telephone exemplifies the communication. It's very hard for me to translate. I think it's very hard for me to like.
Okay,
Also,
the
there is
last
like
sentence.
Nigeria is like I was like, oh, Nigeria has a question, and like Pierre is trying to respond. I'm trying to translate, and he has another
Yeah,
question.
Oh, sorry.
So
So
Maybe
the
you
last
run
the last
this
sentence. The
conversation
last
here
sentence.
and
yeah, and we'd love to hear Nigeria's question.
yeah. Okay. Can we hear the
Okay.
question from Nigeria,
Okay.
please?
The questions from Nigeria.
Responses from Nigerian artists.
Yeah. Based on what you're seeing, I don't know.
Ethiopian art actually in person. And
Any?
Ariel actually has
Okay.
really strong physical practice. He makes sculptures that are like
Okay. Hello, Judith.
Yes.
Yeah. So someone's asking here, what are we trying to achieve? What's going on?
Okay.
That's in our words.
Nigeria is asking, what are we trying to achieve in here, and what are our goals?
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone want to answer that?
And is it like about the project, or is it about today's event, or is it about today's session?
Okay. She's saying, is it about today's event? Is it about the project? Yeah. So she's talking specifically about the creation, what we're creating.
So I propose that we would achieve today to create this community center together, or like a community house that is built of this conversation and built of our formal practices and built of the presence of our audience.
Informal what? Informal. I lost you there.
So to create a community house which is built of our formal meetings and sessions.
So we're trying to work on creating like a community house. We're looking at the idea of space, what it means to us, especially in the digital space. And then we're trying to build this community house, but then looking at different informal spaces, huh? Yeah, sessions, yeah. And then what else?
It is the blueprint of what we learned from each other and about each other.
So it is the blueprint of what we've learned from each other, also about each other, because we've also done a lot of communication.
And of today's event, where we have all these different layers of reality together, and it might include this confusion of all the different conversations mashed together.
Yeah, and then sorry, we just had some new people coming. So what did you say, Judy? Sorry, I lost you.
That it also includes this being lost between all the different noise and voice.
Yeah, I should say it also includes being lost and what's happening now. Being lost, the voices and
the noises, noise and voice.
Noise and noise. Oh.
Noise and voice.
Oh, noise and voice. Okay.
Yeah.
Voice
like what is the difference between when you can actually hear something and understand something versus when it's just a background noise?
Oh. So we're trying to take another question. Okay, so Judith?
Yeah?
So someone is asking that what is the difference between collaborating physically and collaborating in VR? Does someone answer that? Pierre?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Between collaborating?
Yeah, we have to accept, all the limitations. We never actually fully understand each other.
Okay, so it says Pierre says that we have to accept our limitations. That's working in VR, that we never fully understand each other. Okay.
Yeah, we always have to consider, to acknowledge that there's always a missing communication. There's always a misunderstanding.
Yeah. So we always.
There,
Okay.
there
So,
was another question, very interesting, like what is I forget the question, but the answer from Pierre was exactly like how is there is always a missing piece, that like how can you never fully understand each other, and how there is
okay.
always something that's just missing.
Yeah.
But I forgot the question.
Camera on the iPad. I brought up the live feed from Nigeria. Where they're streaming, so you can at least see
So I mean, we suddenly we realized that communication is not only verbal.
Mm.
It's not only transmitted and conveyed through the words. There's always something invisible as well.
The question was
Invisible
actually like
links.
how is it different to like collaborate in VR, and then also like how communication is not just limited to verbal communication, and so in this space it's just so different to like have your voice and lines and shapes and colors, and that's basically what forms your consciousness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like how much more time do we have?
we're at 10.
Yeah, sure. I keep going and then you can continue the conversation. Yeah, yeah. So I think that we are about to like let the viewers come in to like experience the space. Do we have
okay.
any more things that we would like to add?
If there are questions,
No.
yeah. Judith,
Add of colors.
Yes.
it's like someone has a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Judith is asking if there's any question for Lagos.
Judith is asking if you have any questions for.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions for Lagos.
So Judith Okonkwo is asking if you have any questions for Lagos.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Do you have any questions for the Lagos audience?
What are they eating?
Where's the food?
What are you eating?
So Judith says that, what are you eating?
Basics.
So, basics. Okay. No, we are eating the Nigerian jollof. You've heard about it?
I don't hear you. We are eating
Okay.
what?
So we're having the fried rice with corn
Fried rice with corn.
and and the core is a pap. What's English for a core?
What?
¿Qué es ese efecto? Ese efecto de pintura
We have
invisible.
some. Is that cheese or what?
Che, es como
Is that
deberían
cheese?
ya limpiar, ¿no?
Core is lost in translation. There's a lot of wine actually here. Red
There's a
wine.
lot of wine. There's a lot of
No,
wine in Lagos.
They said what?
no white wine, just red wine.
They have wine.
Wine.
And some juice, some chicken.
Juice. Some chicken.
They have chicken. Do they
They have chicken. They have corn. They have juice.
They have water. They have
Water. How did you make the corn?
there's white wine as well. Actually, there's white wine.
There is white wine.
Yeah. So they're having the starters now.
So
Uh-huh.
the second question, we had another question for Lagos.
We have
Okay, so
another
the question-
question for Lagos. Wait, yeah.
Okay.
Are there
What's that?
people in the audience who are not familiar with virtual reality?
Can you please speak loud?
How are they?
Are there people in the audience in Lagos who are not familiar with virtual reality, and how do they feel?
Okay. So Jeremy is asking: are there people here who are not familiar with VR, and how are they feeling? What do they feel? Not the food.
I would think, how do you feel? Not the food.
Anyone not familiar with VR?
Who wrote I can't hear you?
Oh,
Me.
it seems
Me.
everyone here is
Is it-
familiar.
Pierre?
Me. Yeah.
It's boring.
Mm.
And also,
Thank you, Pierre.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, you have two questions here for you guys.
Yeah. But you didn't answer my questions. Is that fair?
The main question at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what are your questions?
What? Oh, with the food.
Huh?
Oh, so someone's trying to ask if there's a. The thing is. Okay, yeah. So someone's asking. Yeah, so someone's asking about the universal ingredient, corn. And then what does it have to do with what we're doing? Like,
Someone was asking about the universal ingredient and what does it have to do with this whole thing?
Who is the clever one?
What does it have to do?
What does it have to do with this?
Even
this is a clever one. Okay.
No.
I have no clue. I think what I can maybe let me play devil's advocate. Corn has like a very yellowish texture.
Corn has
And
the
then-
yellowish texture.
Really?
And we have a lot of
We have a lot of
yellow.
yellow in here.
We have a lot of yellow in the pig. She's like, sorry. So another question from Lagos.
Yeah. What is the question from Lagos?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So someone's asking if this collaboration is something that is very common, or is it something that is new-ish? Let me put it that way. He didn't say that. I added the ish.
We're not paid.
Yeah. I think it's pretty new, right?
Yes, actually.
Someone was asking from Lagos if this collaboration is like a very common thing to do or like is it pretty new? And I think it's pretty newish in this setup. Jeremy says he hasn't tried it before.
And you guys were here to see it.
So I want to, Judith, I want to ask,
Yes? Yeah.
the piece feels like blurry in a way. Did someone add something? Really? You did?
Yes, I'm sort of listening.
Oh, I think that the entire piece feels like kind of like some blurry, dreamy kind of thing. What happened?
Blurry, dreamy kind of thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. So I would even kind of suggest that maybe it's time to like let the audience to look around in here. So I
Okay.
think maybe we can like still can the person who was saving it like save the session, and then maybe the audience can go
Okay.
in and then they can even also talk
we
to
save
each
the
other
session?
meanwhile, right?
Can we save the session? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How
We're,
about
we're
that?
gonna try.
And then I think maybe it's interesting to
Now
like
people can come in.
is Pierre staying there or does Pierre have any audience?
It seems like you can see them. People can go in.
7:15. So
Because maybe Pierre could be like sort of the host of the audience
Yeah.
that like, you know, you
Yeah,
are the
yes.
artist who stays and then
Yes,
it
I can
goes
be-
and
yeah,
yeah.
15 minutes. I can
Why
be.
is you?
Thank you.
You have a question for
Yeah. Judith,
Yes.
like on your screen, right?
I suggested that they save the session and then we can start to like, you can come and look around and then Pierre can stay for another 15 minutes or so. So yeah, and then I guess Lagos can also start to have the visitors.
Yeah. Judith,
people are gonna come in and out here, one artist
Yes.
and then random chat.
Judith.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm very curious. On your screen,
Yeah.
is it very clear or it has some form of like ghost? Everything.
It's pretty clear for me.
My screen seems to have some form of ghost. It feels like everything is. I thought someone.
So I will give my space to the audience, and then I
Okay.
say goodbye for now. And
Okay. Okay.
then
We'll do the same.
thank you for being here again, and thank you for making the community house. And see you soon, hopefully.
Yes. Yes. See you soon. Totally.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Next. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
That's a great question. I mean,
And, Judith. Judith.
Yeah, thank you.
I think she's giving the headphones to someone else. Because they're having like a talk. But Ishak, it's strange. It feels like it's blurry, like it's dreaming. I think someone's plastic.
yeah, I think there's probably a big deal. I don't think I'm good enough because they have a very high standard of quality.
No, it is very sharp.
Sí. Ya uno. Judith me parece que se fue. Sí, ya queda poco.
I'm like right in the middle of a very delicate structure that's all around me and beyond, and it feels like I'm kind of like breaking coral by hitting it. And there's beyond this structure that I'm in, there's a big empty room with boxes. It looks like somebody's just moving in, and there's a table.
And are you about to go inside the painting? By the way, welcome.
Now I'm stepping back outside the room. Okay.
No, you're okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm outside. And if somebody else wants to.
Somebody else want to try? Okay, come on up. Sure, yeah. Okay, so this makes it bigger and smaller. And
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got it. That's the one. But okay. I got it. This is the one that is look for a second. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I just see like a big room with some corals in here. Okay, you gotta help me take it off. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah.
Someone else want to put the headset on? Go for it, yeah.
How do I This does not make any sense.
One of the things we've kind of noticed is that the space is
Welcome. What doesn't make sense?
So, in a way, wants to keep the session somewhat short and directed so that concept can emerge. Because if you just keep going at it, you end up just kind of trying to really understand what the intention was. Sketch best. Yeah. Okay. It's not. Oh, I see what you're saying.
What is interesting for you?
Yeah, so there's different.
Whoa.
Guys,
Single player.
I want to say we have 15 minutes to go.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm.
Remember, I
inside.
am
You can-
hosting the session.
Okay.
Which yeah, it should fit over the glasses.
I don't think I'll need it, but it's no, it's a little fuzzy.
Welcome. Hi. Do you have headphones?
There's also like a shader, a paintbrush that people have used that is like.
But it's like even like the room.
Yeah, let me try the. Sorry, let me try this lighting off. There's also a diopter that gives it to your two eyes. And it's funny that it's always what's called headsets have what's called into a screen door. Is that a little better? It looks like. You can try turning this knob. You're also right in the middle of the working shader, so I'm gonna try walking.
Oh yeah, well that's way better.
Okay, yeah, you're like right. Someone had created this water. Yeah. I love the water cord.
It's so funny. I feel like I could touch that and reach it.
Yeah, I think
We're
Bonnie, do you want to try? I'll give you more answer. I think I'll guess effort. So it's like practice sessions. In about 20, 30 minutes of concept kind of forms, and then you kind of work. But then maybe you go. That's just.
Thank you.
You can move around. I'll spot you.
Okay. Nice.
So now that a few of you have been in there, is there a big difference? There's a big difference viewing it on the
Sorry.
screen. You like it better on the TV? Right. Right. Well, that's a great point. I'm glad we have both here then.
Is there somebody inside the space?
Thank you. I saw that you have like a screen on the bottom.
The cloth?
Is it part of the?
Yeah, that's part of the background. So it's kind of like mini.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you won't believe how this stuff's
Someone is still here. Ariel, someone is still here.
Any
Yeah.
reflections on the floor into your body? Also, could y'all hear any noises while you're in there? You hear some sounds? Okay.
I don't know why. I think somebody used watercolor or something.
Can I see it from the outside, Jay? Like, can I
So should
jump
I leave
out of
it?
it?
I shouldn't save yet.
You want to walk outside. You want to transform it?
You know when you like jump to another place on the floor so you can like see it?
You want to as an advanced practitioner.
I forget how to do that.
You can actually let's just skip over that. If you want to walk over, so controllers give you that capability. I believe that's correct. You can reorient yourself. It doesn't matter. One of the glitches though is that these sensors here start to get shaken. It can really make you sick very fast. So on the topic of glitches, I think it's an interesting question. When something becomes like a medium, so there's certain things that like clay does not do. Like there's certain things that paint does not do, and people aren't like waiting for them to come out with like new features for paint. And it's not. No one's like, well, paint. I don't like paint because it doesn't, like I don't know, float in the air or something. But when we approach a technological medium, so there's a kind of an interesting question of like, when do glitches become just like something that's a feature of the hardware? Right. Yeah, maybe I can put it this way, like, what are, like, let me just use like a camera. Like, if you are trying to put together and the camera doesn't have but want it to be. Generally, we don't say that it's the camera's fault. So, Rick works at a fab lab nearby, and I'm going to send him the 3D file. And it's having extremely pretty sure it's gonna. Yeah. Thanks for coming. I would also like to say that it's appropriate that since we have some friends that I know. Right. We could, or anyone here could, I think.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
Wait, you need to wipe your face first. I mean,
That's a good point. I mean, I think that as technology evolves, certain parts of this will get used by companies like Pixar, Lucasfilms, and maybe we'll be a part of that. But I think our goal right now is more to like explore. But I think it would be interesting to see things like national collaboration. Right. That's a great point. This is beautiful. All right. Well, I think that we can wrap this out of respect for folks' time. Are there any last questions or transitions to the international group? Our what? The hand holding. That that originally got cut from the sheet, but I want to try it.
Alright.
So, but, I'm just gonna call Judith Okonkwo.
Okay.
See if she picks up. Judith Okonkwo. Hey, Judith.
That's perfect. Thank you.
How's it going? We get to see you on the phone. Hey, folks.
I didn't miss any sound, is
So
there?
people are about to kind of just stand here formally, but we were wondering if you'd be willing to try with us the hand-holding experiment, where we hold the hand of the person who's in the VR headset. Is that possible? And then so
Security.
oh, you did it.
So 1, 2, 3.
Can
Here.
we try it again? Okay. Oh, also, we had a live drawing here. Somebody did. That's very beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll do a higher quality scan of that and send that on you. But can we do the hand holding thing again? Do you mind? Okay. All right. I'm gonna put on the headset just for ease. So I'm the portal. Oh, here, you put on the headset.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, hello.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so one of Judith's hands will be empty to symbolize her holding Io's hand.
And where is, yeah, I can hold this. Or we can hold this together.
One of Judith's hand is holding the controller to symbolize her holding Io's hand.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, are you ready? This is us.
Are you also doing hold handing hands?
Okay, hands up.
Oh.
Hands up.
What?
And
Okay.
Then
Okay.
we all bow together. Okay, then we all bow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're good.
Thanks, Judith.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, feel free to stay as long as you like. Like I said, more here if you want.
Hello, welcome.